The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
Good morning, Bronxides, and welcome to another exciting edition of Open, the one and only show that opens the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, Rina Valentin, your Café con Leche. As always, here, I'm excited to bring you the best from arts, entertainment, music, sports, and so much more. First up, our Open Weekend Preview features an in-depth look at the lives of African-American soldiers, a night filled with sultry Latin jazz, and a twilight delight in the park. And leading off the show, we'll tell you about 100 Hispanic men and some women that are guaranteed to make you laugh. And then we've got Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen is an event cooked up to create a dynamic interactive exchange and safe space for all women of color to express themselves through the arts. Founders Kathleen Adams and La Tere will tell us more. Then we'll get the all-star treatment and hear about a happy ending to a big melodrama as Bobby C takes over with Sports Roundup. And we close out the show and the month of February in style as our Open Artist Spotlight shines on energetic rock trio Bully the Kid. Stay tuned. All that and more is heading your way because now we are officially open. Welcome once again to Open. Rina Valentin here. I was hoping you heard that music we got playing in the background. Well, they're going to play it in full force in a minute because, you know, today is Open Friday and it is February 25th. And this week we're going to be jamming to the sounds of our house band, Bully the Kid. Okay, well, they're kind of gradually getting us in the mood. They have toured all over the tri-state area, and they're ready to embark on a new journey. But first, they've made a special pit stop in the Bronx to give us a taste of what's to come on their latest tour. Give it up for Bully the Kid! Woo! Y'all want to like just keep it rolling. We just wanted to give them a taste. You have to speak into your mic in order for them to hear you. We wanted to give them a little taste of a little something that you guys are going to be playing later on, and of course throughout the show because you're going to be playing us in and out. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes, Bully the Kid. What kind of name is that?
It's a good one, I hope.
No, it is. It's cool. But it's just like, where did that name come from, you know?
Well, I think Troubles in Romance.
Oh, yeah, you got to break that one down.
We're the kid, she's the bully. Yeah.
Say that again?
We're the kid, she's the bully.
Okay, we got issues, gentlemen. No. This is a woman empowerment show, and I don't know about making references to women as the bully and the men, the kids.
That was the power she held.
That was the power she held. All right, we're going to turn that around. I'm feeling it. All right. No. All right, I'm all softened up again. However, I was really admiring these drums. They're really, 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 really interesting. Do you want to introduce everyone?
We got J.R. Hood on the skins back here.
Nice.
Frontman extraordinaire, Angry J.
Nice.
I'm Raul B. Nuts.
Uh-huh.
Bully the Kid at your service.
All right. So you're going to be playing throughout the show. Just try, let's kind of work together because believe me, if you guys could rock it in full force the whole show, I would love it. But, I got to, So let's rock and roll. Bully the Kid, everybody. They're going to be with us throughout the entire show. So, we're giving you a little rock and roll flavor here on today's Open. And, of course, there are other things to do. That is throughout the entire weekend. And of course, we are now going to share with you what's happening in and around the town as it is now time for our Open Weekend Preview. And first up, get an inside look at the lives of the 92nd Buffalo Division, the All-African. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. The music. A little lower, guys. All right, because we are at the lives of the 92nd Buffalo Division. Thank you, gentlemen. The All-African American Segregated Combat Unit that fought with outstanding heroism in Italy during, World War II. Head out to the Bruckner Bar and Grill for a film screening of the award-winning documentary Inside Buffalo about men that fought two wars at the same time. One against the Nazis and the other against racial discrimination. That's happening tonight, Friday, February 25th from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Bruckner Bar and Grill located at 1 Bruckner Boulevard. And for more information on that, you can go to www.insidebuffalo.org. I did want to please play for us, Bully the Kid. I just didn't want to battle the tunes. So if we can work together here, we can jam while I tell everybody what to go out and do this weekend. Second, we have, just head out to the Riverdale Yonkers Society for Ethical Culture for an evening of sultry Latin jazz. Willie Rodriguez has been a fixture in the Latin and Latin jazz music since the 1970s. He's played and recorded with several Latin and jazz artists throughout his career, including Celia Cruz and Luis Perico Ortiz. And, now it's your turn to catch the Willie Rodriguez Jazz Quintet. That's happening Saturday, February 26th at 8 p.m., and that's at 4450 Reelston Road. And for more information and for tickets, you can visit BronxArtsEnsemble.org. Once again, that's www.BronxArtsEnsemble. Lastly, visit Van Cortlandt Park this Sunday, February 27th at 5 p.m. for a magical twilight experience. Photographers refer to twilight, the time surrounding sunset, as the magic hour. And because of the beautiful soft light, that can be captured on film. Yes, experience the magic for yourselves at the Van Cortlandt Nature Center. For more information on that, you can visit www.nycgovparks.org or you can call 718-548-0912. That was your Open Weekend Preview, people. I hope you get out and enjoy. Up next, Kenny Ortega and Antonio Rivera of the 100 Hispanic Men fundraiser will have you laughing for a good cause. That's right, don't go anywhere. But first, with the recent negative press about our great borough, it's important to take some time to experience the Bronx for its true greatness. BronxNet videographer extraordinaire and producer Derek Woods put together this piece for us to all enjoy. And this piece that we're about to see premiered yesterday at the Bronx State of the Borough Address. Without further ado, let's check out X Marks the Spot.
When they showed excerpts of the Bronx in a minute and a half, what they essentially did was they disrespected us in the Bronx. They erased 2.5 decades of hard work by elected officials, by community leaders, community organizations. We're so tired of being depicted in a negative light. There's so much wonderful things happening here, from our cultural institutions to our parks, our beach, our restaurants, and that's what we want people in the world to see.
The Bronx, 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 the Bronx.
Here to take you on a journey, tell you where I'm from. Yeah, the boogie down Bronx like Harris One. Let's start a revolution and shine like the sun. This is a movement, I march to the drum. Who doesn't know the Yankees, the great franchise, and the pioneers of hip hop, the Furious Five. We built to survive, see the fire in my eyes. Take a walk in the X, feel the streets come alive. Forward them the point, see I'm proving my point. Grand Concourse, Sound View, let's rejoice. Feel the vibe in my voice. I do this for the people, the home of the best. Headlines for the press.
B to the O, to the O, to the N, X, to the B, to the O, to the O, and X, to the B, to the O, to the O, and X, to the B, to the O, to the O,
The world
and
revolves
X.
around the Bronx. They just don't know it. So we made it a hot song for the people to take notice. Some of the most influential people came from this borough, like Colin Powell, Ralph Lauren, and Al Pacino. Who doesn't enjoy a good book from Edgar Allan Poe? Or how about some good music from Luther Vandross? You can be who you want to be if you from out here. Supreme Court judge, like Sonia Sotomayor. There may be struggles, but there's love in my borough. And if you're from here, anywhere else you're thorough. We some hard-working people in a city that never sleeps. And we started the music where the world moves their feet.
B to the O, to the O, to the N, X.
Whenever somebody speaks negatively of the borough, defend your borough. Defend where we come from. Defend how beautiful it is. Defend all of the assets that we have here.
I've always been annoyed by the people who say, oh, the Bronx. It just annoys me. It still annoys me. And I say there are 3 places in the world with "the" in front of them. The Vatican, The Hague, and the Bronx.
The Bronx and I have been through some bad times and some good times, and boy, the good times are definitely here.
I'm proud of where you came from, because I always was. Everybody, I think a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm from, and they always make something up. I was always proud of where I was from, and always came back home.
It's always wonderful to come back to the Bronx. You know, before I was Maria from Sesame Street, I like to tell people I was Sonia from the Bronx, and I just love to come back and see it growing and changing the way it has been.
Because you got a lot of guys coming up now, thinking that they rapping or thinking that they really doing something. And if you lived in the Bronx, if you're supposed to be talking about the streets that you grew up in, if you didn't write nothing about that Bronx Zoo, and if you didn't write nothing about that beloved Yankee Stadium, then you definitely wasn't rapping about representing the Bronx where I come from. So long live the Bronx.
I do have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but the Bronx Walk of Fame means a heck of a lot more than that for me.
The Bronx, the Bronx. All right, that was my version. That was fabulous. Thank you, Derek, and thank you, Opera Steve, for that rousing Bronx anthem. The Bronx, the Bronx. All right, I'm not a singer. Okay, well, moving it right along, we certainly won't ever forget about everything that the Bronx, that makes the Bronx such a culturally rich and vibrant place to be. As you can see, we've got some, diverse music going on here. But we're going to move on to our next topic and our next guest. That's right, because they're sitting in their seats right next to me already. And on the topic of community advocacy, the non-for-profit organization 100 Hispanic Men serves to improve the Latino community through education and unity. tonight they are hosting their first ever comedy fundraiser. And here to tell us more is the event's host, comedian Kenny Ortega. Oh, we have somebody else who just appeared. It's comedian Vladimir Camaño. And, well, the president of the 100 Hispanic Men, Antonio Rivera. Hello.
How are you? Hey.
Okay, so, well, let's just educate people a little bit about the 100 Hispanic Men, and then you can feed me to the lions right here. These fabulous comedians.
By the way, that's a nice flower.
Oh, I forgot to mention to you guys. Poof, look, did you notice my flower just appeared? And with that being said, I do want to acknowledge my accessory sponsor, Ginger Pinks, for providing me with this wonderful colors. As you can see, they stand out. And thank you, gentlemen, for bringing that to my attention, because we ran out of time before they said, and we're on.
Okay.
I'm really fascinated by the fact that it's men noticing accessories.
We have to. I mean, that's all we acknowledge.
Thank you.
And, but the 100 Hispanic Men, we're a fraternal organization. We've been around since 1998, and we've been around helping our community. We've done charitable work. We've gone to Santo Domingo, for example. At least 4 or 5 times we've taken containers of medical supplies and equipment to the needy over there. Just recently, we met a young man who had an accident, and he needs eye surgery, and that's basically what this fundraiser, a portion of it, is going to go, so we could bring him here. And Bronx Lebanon was kind enough, Robert Sancho, who's the vice president over there, was kind enough to get us a physician to help and provide the necessary medical care that he would need. Maybe they can help him with his eye, and he'll be able to see again.
Okay, so what exactly is 100 Hispanic Men? I got that you actually go and you reach out and you do certain things to raise funds and help those who are in need. Now, how do you decide who is offered these services, and is there a criteria that needs to be met? How does one become a member as well?
Well, we have an application process for those that want to be a member, and the other things that we do right now, we're working on a charter school for medical science. Hopefully, we'll be able to get it in East Harlem. We've already, through the developer, purchased part of the site, and now we're going to go to the city to see if we can get another portion of it, because we believe that we need to give other opportunities to our kids. For example, we would like them to be physicians. We would like them to be lawyers.
Right.
In the medical field, there's a big demand. So with that, we visited a school that they have in the Bronx called the Bronx School of Medical Science. The principal is William Quintana, and we love his idea, his concept. They've been around maybe 4 years, and they've helped so many kids from a waiting list of maybe a few kids. Now they have about 25,000.
Okay, so now you're branching out into school systems. Now, it's interesting because this man probably needs to go back to school. Did I just say that, Kenny? Well, Kenny and I go way back. So
way back. We need to cut school together.
Yeah, something like that. I'm all about, empowering the children. We actually don't encourage that. That was back in the day. That's not a move for today.
Well, where else could we go get the flower if we wasn't not going to school?
The flower. We went back to the flower. Now, how did you get involved with the 100 Hispanic Men?
Well, actually, I have a radio show on UrbanLatinoRadio.com, and these gentlemen approached Urban Latinos to get together to do an event, and I have a show there. I do comedy, so they was like, let's do a comedy show, let's put it together, and then they chose me as the host, which I'm, glad for that.
So they actually
they paying.
I was about to say, I was like, you actually getting paid for your jokes?
I don't know about the eye, but I need to have my pocket.
He's gonna make a contribution after he gets paid.
There you go, good business at it.
To the mail.
Hilarious.
So I got 3 comedians to be on the show. One of them was Victor Cruz, who you've had on the show
Yes,
before.
we love Victor Cruz.
Gina Brillon.
Gina Brillon,
very funny Latina comedian. Also, we have Vladimir Camaño sitting to my left here. So we're gonna just try to bring the funny to a real serious situation, which is not so hard all the time.
Today is February 25th.
That is the day.
That's the day.
Yeah. So this is tonight.
That's tonight.
At 7 p.m.
Which is amazing because tomorrow's the 26th. I don't know how that works out, but
Yes.
it's weird.
6 comes after 5.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's true.
Who invented that?
I think it was, it's true though. Tomorrow's 26th.
Women invented that. Yeah.
Women.
Yeah.
Well, we are all about the women empowerment, but let's talk about the comedy show. It's actually happening tonight at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater at 7 p.m. And we've got Victor Cruz, Gina Brillon, and Vladimir Camaño, who we actually have here on this set, and Kenny Ortega, Mr. Kenny Ortega from Urban Latino Radio, hosting the event. So what kind of an event or what kind of comedy is themed in a certain direction, or are you gearing it towards men?
No, actually. Who needs them? No, I'm just
Okay, we can have a conversation about that.
That's right. You guys keep the battery industry alive. All right. So listen. So
all right.
That was a clean
No,
one.
we're
We're gonna kind of like work with like more Latino-based humor, just because we feel like the majority audience is gonna be Latino. So we're definitely gonna base it on that. I personally know there's gonna be some eye jokes in there, but that's just
Right. Well, that's because you're raising the funds have this in good taste. But humor comes from reality. So.
Right. So yeah, definitely. So
there's going to be a lot of eye jokes.
The eye jokes, yeah.
Okay, can we just share with everybody why we're making this like a point of referencing the eye jokes?
Well, like this gentleman said to my right, it's a fundraiser for. You can take that one away.
It's a fundraiser to help this Dominican child come from Santo Domingo. Jesus Matos is his name. And it will go to bring him here so he can get his eye surgery.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that the viewers got what this whole eye joke factor is about. You have an eye joke you could share with us, Vladimir?
Eye jokes. I wear glasses, so I'm very sensitive to eye jokes. So
got it.
Right now I'm hurt. I'm feeling it right now.
You're feeling
I'm feeling it right now. I'm very happy for the gentleman getting the eye surgery. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I see.
You see with the eye. You totally see.
Yes.
I feel you.
Absolutely.
By the way, it's not part of the act.
No,
it's not part of the act.
Right.
It's not.
Got it. No, but I did get that he's very sensitive.
Yeah, I wear glasses. I wear
So,
glasses.
are you a sensitive comedian?
Very sensitive. Yeah. See me sensitive.
I see.
Yeah.
Again, I see.
You see. We all see.
Yes.
I see.
And we're all seeing together. We can do this all morning, but we don't have the time to do so. So before we go, I do want to, of course, invite people to the event again, but I also want to invite anyone who's watching that may be interested in the 100 Hispanic Men to either become a member or contribute to the cause.
I'd appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
just share with us where they can go.
They could drop me a line at A Rivera 2127 at yahoo.com, and I'll be more than happy to send them the application.
Okay, so it's A Rivera
2127
at yahoo.com. Okay,
Yes.
that's not too hard to remember. Is there any website for 100?
We're getting it together now. We just pulled it because we, as men, you know how we are.
What was that? The sword fights you guys were having at the table?
Hey. Oh, hey.
What are you saying?
She said swords. She said swords.
Definitely, you guys could come by tonight. You could probably purchase a ticket at the door as well.
Right.
There is an after party at Sazon restaurant located at 105 Reed Street. That's going to be cool. So that's going to be slamming.
Yes, we have Executive Chef Maldonado here all the time. We love Sazon.
We love Sazon.
And it's being catered for free. by then.
That's even, we love that too.
Yeah,
I love
but
it.
you got to buy a ticket.
I didn't know that.
But now you know. You got to buy a ticket.
I'm going to buy me a full X t-shirt. Right. This way I won't look as fat.
And I'll take that T-shirt.
Well, just for that, they probably have 2 plates with, a couple of tostones.
2 plates. Okay,
Two
cool.
plates
I'm
with
there.
a-
You know what? I'm not even going to go to the comedy shop. I'm going straight to Sazón.
Got it.
And then just have eaten.
I believe you too. All right, gentlemen. Kenny Ortega and Vladimir Camaño.
You got it, that's right.
And Antonio Rivera from
My
the
pleasure.
100 Hispanic Men. And once again, people, we're just inviting you tonight at 7 p.m. tonight at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater. It's going to be a comedy show fundraiser for 100 Hispanic Men. Actually, it's on behalf of 100 Hispanic Men, and it's going to be hosted by Kenny Ortega, and it's to help this young boy from the Dominican Republic get eye surgery. So it's for a good cause, and they say laughter is a healing power. So make sure you get out there. And if you want more information on the tickets, you can go to www.urbanlatino.com. Bueno, that's it, mi gente. It's time for another quick break, but stick around because up next we move from empowerment within the Latino community to education about health and wellness of African Americans. And the best part is it's carried out through the power of art. Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen is in the house, and that's coming up right after the break.
There's a principle in economics called the multiplier theory, and it talks about how many of the dollars that are initially spent by BronxNet, that is how much of the budget of BronxNet, goes out into the community and gets respent and impacts the community as a whole. That number at BronxNet is about 3 times the budget of BronxNet. There's also a more important plus factor in terms of economic development. And many of the shows that exist in BronxNet about health, about culture, about jobs, discussions about new retail clusters, they cause residents of the Bronx to go to those organizations. They cause residents of the Bronx to spend money at those organizations. They cause people in the Bronx to be employed by those organizations. In addition to that, BronxNet trains a tremendous amount of people, 17,000 interns over the last 10 years or so, another 4,000 people in its training program over the last 6 years, and dozens of former BronxNet interns at ABC, CBS, NBC, and other organizations like that.
Voice your support to keep the channels open and strong. Online, visit bronxnet.org and click on Support Public Access Television and sign the letter to your local representatives.
Our voices will be heard. Let's keep the channel open and stay Bronx strong.
So here are the keys. Congratulations, it's officially yours. I'm sure you'll have many happy years here. Except for you, because you'll be gone 3 years from now, struck down by the same disease that got your father. So you won't be around for them. And sadly, it could have been detected early with a simple test, but you didn't have it. Okay, who wants to check out the backyard?
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
And welcome back to Open Real Thing here with you as always this Friday morning, and we are going to be using or having a discussion about using hip hop as its vehicle, right? We got Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen in the house, and Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen was created to showcase female artists dealing with issues of HIV, healthy eating, poverty, reproductive justice, and so much more. And here with us and with more of information are the founders of Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen, Kathleen Adams and La Tere. And thank you so much for joining us again this year. This is like an annual thing that we actually come together and sharing. And well, as a matter of fact, the deal is that we present to our viewers what you guys put together out there, and what you do is magnificent and huge.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
It's huge, and it really matters. And just share with everybody a little bit about Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen, because what's interesting and what I really love about what you guys are doing is the fact that you're using the hip hop dynamics to actually reach this next generation and get a message through, only to enhance our being, our existence.
Absolutely. Well, basically this year our theme is Mama Step Up Kitchen Volume 4, Let's Get Active. We really want to promote healthy eating and a healthy lifestyle within our communities and within our families. Live will talk a little bit about the South Bronx and the statistics, but it's really important that we're eating healthy, because back in the day when people thought about starvation, they would think of skinny, gaunt individuals back in the Great Depression. But now in this depression, you see it through obesity, because you're eating high caloric value foods and not getting enough nutrients. So just because you can't afford it, and we'll talk a little bit more about that.
So pretty much we're living in the South Bronx, we're living in the poorest congressional district of the nation, right? And have the highest rates of asthma, chronic asthma, of obesity, adolescent obesity, diabetes. And so we understand that we're in a state of emergency, and so the best way to use it, the only way to get to the youth right now is through hip hop,
right?
Or arts, right? Music and the arts. And so 4 years ago, we decided that we were going to create a platform for women to talk about the things that they're going through. We've had faith and feminism. We've talked about it's all about reproductive justice, women's rights.
Right. First and foremost, that's what we're always about.
Right. And so we're just really concerned because the South Bronx is number 62. It's the unhealthiest in the nation when it comes down to
eating and health and the diseases that come from eating poorly or not being educated enough to understand the importance of nutrients.
So the thing is, what's crazy is that, the Hunts Point Terminal Market is where most of the food from the United States or on the East Coast gets their food. But people in the South Bronx aren't able to access that food. So why are people able to access it in their home grocery stores, but people in the South Bronx have to go to the bodegas to get their food, when the biggest center of produce is in the South Bronx? It's just crazy. So we're trying to make those connections of, how can you access these fruits and vegetables?
And we're making those connections, and we're doing it through music, and we
Online
are in a
presence.
space. Yeah, we're in a space right now where, as women, we're not afraid.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
We're not going to be silenced no more. There's a problem.
Right. No, it's great. It's great that we're even having this discussion, because the biggest issue I feel is that from the cultural perspective, we're conditioned to eat a certain way, and I know, because I deal with holistic and homeopathic educational components. I've changed my whole lifestyle once I became aware of just how important fruits and vegetables are. They really are, and there are people out there that don't really understand that the best thing that you could do for your body is feed it, coming from Mother Earth.
Exactly.
Yes. So, but we have to be real about the situation that if you're in the poorest congressional district, which means that it's poverty, and the kid has $1, they're gonna get the 25-cent juice, the red juice,
the honey
they're gonna get the honey bun, and some dulce, some other candy.
Some kind of candy.
Yeah, and that's gonna hold them down. Right. Because if you get a banana, that energy's gone.
Right.
So we're just trying to figure out how to be like, yo, and bodegas, how can we hold you accountable?
Well, because they don't even put out the fruits that much.
No,
it's behind the
it's
counter.
gross because the bodegas are, because of how we're living, the bodegas have cats in them, and the cats are all over the food. It's really, really gross.
I know, and the logic is the cats are there to defeat the rats.
So it's a cycle, right? And how do we break that cycle? Through music, through education,
we
and
need to
hip-hop.
protest it.
We're in the South Bronx. This is where hip-hop started. So we
I
gotta
love
use it.
I love it. We love it. That's why we have you back on
Thank
again.
you.
And the fact that you're talking to the next generation. And as we are on air, can you just share with everybody this big to-do event? Because they actually hold it in the big theater, the main theater at Hostos, which holds 1,000 people or something. And they fill the house, people. Don't be mistaken. So there's obviously people out there, and you're actually intrigued and interested in just enhancing our existence, because that's all this is about. And guess what? we're all tricking you into thinking it's about just entertainment, and it is about entertainment, but it's entertainment with a message.
So that's what we're about. So Mama's Pop Kitchen is next Saturday, March 5th, 2011, starting at 2 p.m. at Hostos Main Theater, 149th and Grand Concourse. It's free. We have free confidential HIV testing. We are really pushing this. We want at least 75% of our audience members to get tested. We're getting tested. Our artists are getting tested. Our volunteers are getting tested. It's important to know knowledge is power. Like, we're so deep about this.
Main thing is free. You don't have to pay. And it's intergenerational, which is awesome. Bring your aunties, cousins, your little nieces. Organize your community. Come out. You know, a lot of activists, it's not about just everybody else. It's about the immediate people in your family that, you know, need to be educated too, because we're so busy out there as activists doing everything for everybody else, and then our families are dying.
Right.
So, you know.
So what time does the whole event start? Because you have artisans out there. You have everything going
You
on.
can come starting at 12 noon. That's when the lobby opens for your free confidential testing, to experience the vendors, different tables, different community organizations, how to get involved. You can meet some of the artists too. We have a great lineup this year.
And something really beautiful, and I really want to say thank you, is that venues like this, like spaces like this platform gives us the opportunity to meet other artists and things like that. So we've had Nina Ali, she's performing again. Last year we were with Mia, Art by Mia, she's going to be a vendor. And so we're just connecting, you know.
I love it.
And so
love
thank
the
you.
unity.
Yeah, we need
thank
it.
you guys.
And thanks for speaking on J-Lo too.
Yeah, you caught that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But did you see the new video we just put up?
No, I haven't
seen
the
you'll
video.
see the video tonight when you watch the Recable cast. The Bronx. All right, we actually, I'm going to let you guys set up the next performer, because Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen is happening, and it's actually Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen Volume Number 4, and it's happening next Saturday. I just want to make sure you guys got that. It's on March 5th, and that's going to be at the Hostos Center for the Arts and Culture, and that is located at 450 Grand Concourse from 2 to 5 p.m. But she said you can actually come at 12 noon, because there's going to be a whole bunch of other activities happening. You can get HIV tested and all kinds of just things to enhance your existence, people. That's all this is about. So make sure you check it out. And we're going to move it along because we have a performer, but I'm going to let you ladies introduce the performer.
We've got Brittany Barker. She's very talented. She just became last night a finalist in the Knicks Poetry Slam. So Brittany, take it away.
Brittany.
It's for the Latina woman with the shattered hands, for the days when the morning's peak isn't too far from beautiful and her poems are just the way you've left them. She is the most assuring woman to wake up to. She chases the nights away and raises sons, scientists. Still wonder what keeps the stars apart, the women. Wonder why the stars can never shoot in their direction, why the men cannot unravel themselves into something equal for months. She's been tucking her tongue into silence, been an echo in closed mouth, bended knees. She knows that her mother didn't raise no weak woman, that the woman of her family stands strong, that strong women are never free fall or jump ship when a girl is in the budding stages of her youth. She is delicate and open, touch her and watch how she squirms according to the colonial Latino mind. A woman's role is to be 3 things: attractive, submissive, inferior. Let that man bend your pride and your spine into transparency. Do what he tells you. Remember when you speak. Let him look down to you. Act like his mother. Cook for him. Clean for him. Wipe his face. Wash his drawers. Make him feel like a little kid again. It's hard enough being a woman. It's hard enough knowing that every day there's something you have to prove. Wear your skin like a lady should. Don't slouch. Walk with a switch. Smile when he calls you sexy. Let him undress you with his eyes and tell you all the things he will love to do to you while you walk to work. The men love to look at her. The surrender of her legs and heels, the religious men, the ones who cannot control their faith when she spreads her body into a temple. He'll love me more if I'm on my back. If I moan a little louder, then maybe I can drown out the ugly of my naked. He'll recognize my smile and see me for something more than sweat and estrogen. This is for the Latina woman with the shattered hands and the broken souls and the broken chastity belts when it comes to identity and independence. There's no such thing as equilibrium. It's misogyny, sexism, marginalism, virgin or whore. Whatever happened to recognition? For the mother who has enough testosterone to show her 3 sons how to be real men, respect. For the strong black woman with the broad shoulders, carrier of burden, carrier of the world, carrier of the sons, and he has the audacity to ask if she's a virgin or a whore. The next man to ask you that question. Tell them to read a book on how to talk to women. Tell them that you are beautiful, not sexy because you wear the color of your womanhood correctly. Tell them to approach you correctly. This is for the Latina woman. Never give a man more than what you want him to leave with. Keep your breath in your chest. Your heart is best kept where it's always been. Remember, usted es una mujer. Do not cringe when he says virgin or whore for the whore. A man's label doesn't define who you are. So what if you have a wild libido? Your sexuality is beautiful for the virgin who holds her chastity like a gift. Hold that key and make yourself autodidactic. There are locksmiths who think that they can teach you better than you can teach yourself. Men can see the weakness in women with eyes like submission, but strong women never surrender or retreat. We just reload like soldiers, like men. But remember, somos mujeres.
Woo! Brittany Barker, everyone. That was Brittany Barker, and that was just a little taste of Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen, volume number 4. Once again, that's happening on Saturday, March 5th at the Hostel Center for Arts and Culture, which is located at 450 Grand Concourse 125. You have to get there at 12. Actually, you have to get there at 12 to be tested, HIV tested. It's going to be nutrient, education, all that. So be sure to check it out. We highly recommend it. Thank you, Latere, and thank you, Kathleen, for stopping by, and thank you for doing what you do. All right, so we've got to move it right along because he's back from Los Angeles after receiving the all-star treatment in the city of Angels. Tell us all about it, Bobby. Take it away.
Got all-stars? We do.
All of the lights.
Of course we do. It's Hollywood, the city of angels. And with all of those lights, the question would be which all-star would shine bright. Friday night, the T-Mobile Rookie Challenge belonged to a pair of former college teammates. Washington point guard John Wall and Sacramento big man DeMarcus Cousins led the rookies to a 148-140 win over the sophomores. Wall racked up a record 22 assists, and his former Kentucky teammate had 33 points, holding off OKC's James Harden and San Antonio's DeJuan Blair, who finished with 28 in defeat.
It's amazing. Just for me being here, being second year, great game. We lost, but at the same time, I had a lot of fun with everybody out there.
No one could have expected so much so quickly from New York rookie Landry Fields, but the steal of the NBA draft, who started Friday night, was as integral a part of the win as he has been to the Knicks' success this winter. The California product came home and scored 15 points in the victory.
In LA with my family and friends here, really is something special to me.
The only rookie with better credentials this season would be LA Clipper forward Blake Griffin. Griffin was on the move, driving home the point in the dunk comp, and DeRozan, JaVale McGee, and his mom couldn't slow him down. The Blake Show went primetime.
Well, it's cool, you know. It's like I said, you know, something I watched growing up. So to be a part of it and actually to be able to win it, you know, it's really cool.
It was an historic weekend for the New York Knicks, who are alive and well. Landry Fields provided the appetizer, and then Amari Stoudemire was the main course in the finale. Amari became the first Knick to start an All-Star game since Patrick Ewing in 1992, and he certainly didn't disappoint.
To be here in the All-Star game is definitely a great reward, but it's a team reward because without great success as a team, this wouldn't be possible.
Basketball is back in New York. The All-Star weekend wouldn't be complete without some Bronx flavor. BX born and raised Curtis Stinson starred in the D-League All-Star game. The Iowa Energy point guard dropped 7 assists as his East squad defeated the West 115-108.
New York and the East Coast and Bronx and everything, all that basketball, the East Coast is back, man. We back, and you see a lot of guys at college from the East Coast doing their thing, and we out here trying to represent. So it's all love, you know. We trying to show that we still got it, we still got it.
Still, it's a star-driven league, and no player seems to shine brighter on the big stage than LA's Kobe Bryant. The Black Mamba stung the East to the tune of 37 points and 14 rebounds as the West topped their counterparts 148-143. Bryant secured his 4th All-Star MVP award. He joins NBA legend Bob Pettit for the most in All-Star history. OKC's Russell Westbrook, a California native who started at UCLA before joining the league, had 12 points in the West's victory. He, like Minnesota's Kevin Love, said there's something about being an All-Star.
It's a great feeling, man. Like, you know, I'm blessed. I'm just here, just trying to know these guys and enjoy the feeling.
Feeling great all weekend. That's what it's all about. Putting a smile on your face and, you know, enjoying All-Star Weekend. I mean, this is a lot of fun. This is what you're this is what you dream about when you're a little kid, and you can't wipe a smile off my face this weekend.
For Orlando's Dwight Howard and the East, there's always next year. The lights of All-Star Weekend will follow them to Disney World.
We're going to have a lot of fun next year. It's going to be in Orlando, so I'm going to make sure that the city's ready, and we're going to do whatever we can to get all the fans involved and everybody watching around the world. We're going to put on a great show.
As for ASG 2011, Lights Out LA. One All-Star also took the trip east with me. Brooklyn's own Carmelo Anthony was traded to his hometown New York Knicks Monday. A blockbuster 3-team deal became official on Tuesday, and Melo made his debut at the world's most famous arena Wednesday. The addition of Anthony provides New York one of the most explosive front courts in the league. He teams with Amare Stoudemire, who is second in the NBA in scoring at 26.1 points per game, while Anthony is sixth at 25.2. The deal does come at somewhat of a heavy cost depending on who you speak with. The Orange and Blue dealt forwards Wilson Chandler and Danilo Gallinari, promising first-year center Timothy Mozgov, a 2014 first-round pick, and playmaker Ray Felton to Denver. The Nuggets get additional picks and cash, while Eddie Curry's expiring contract and youngster Anthony Randolph are also shipped off in this deal. The T-Wolves get Curry and Randolph. The Knicks received guards Chauncey Billups and Anthony Carter and big men Sheldon Williams and Ronaldo Balkman, who returns to the Big Apple for a second stint. They have also acquired forward Corey Brewer from Minnesota. The Knicks wasted little time welcoming Anthony and company to the Garden Wednesday night. With the world watching, Anthony and the Knicks down the Milwaukee Bucks 114-108. Anthony scored 27 points in his debut, which is the highest TV rating for a Knick game since Michael Jordan's double nickel 16 years ago. Here's a look inside Wednesday's Hoopla. Check this out.
A New York Knick. I feel like I'm still dreaming right now. It was a dream come true for myself. I'm ready to get down to business right now.
Melo has no weaknesses. He can do it all, man. So Amari, can you imagine those two guys on the same side? Or on the opposite side, reversing the ball around? Amari has a lot of one-on-one opportunities, so they're definitely going to help each other.
It was great, definitely watching Carmelo pretty much. We needed that offensive threat out there when I'm not on the court. And he's definitely that. He demands a double team and he scores well.
For the fans to react the way that they did, and to give me that ovation that they did, that was exciting. And then early on in the game, it was just trying to figure it out. Trying to run D'Antoni's system and fit in with Amari and with Fields and with all them other guys. But towards the end of the game, it came down to basketball at that point.
With Earl the Pearl Monroe's legendary number 15 hanging from the rafters on Legends Night, it was no longer an option for Carmelo Anthony, the newest Knick, who has always worn number 15. He decided to take number 7. The newest Knick looks like he's trying to carve his own legacy in the Big Apple as the kid from Brooklyn returns home as the newest Knick. This is Bobby C. reporting for BronxNet. The Knicks have won 3 straight, including 2 right before the All-Star break to improve to 29-26. The road for New York does get a bit tougher after tonight's matchup with the lowly Cleveland Cavaliers. On the road, the new-look Knicks will be in Miami Sunday. That game will be nationally televised on NBA TV. As a side note, fittingly, Wednesday night was Legends Night at MSG. Tune in next week for an exclusive with Knick great Dick Barnett and some more great behind-the-scenes access. You can also log on to latinosports.com for my take in written word. The Knicks weren't the only ones wheeling and dealing before Thursday afternoon's trade deadline. The New Jersey Nets, who struck out on the Melo deal, acquired disgruntled All-Star Darren Williams from the Utah Jazz Wednesday. The Nets traded a package that included former All-Star point guard Devin Harris and number 3 draft pick Derek Favors. D-Will was introduced Thursday and will make his Nets debut tonight in San Antonio. New Jersey will then play the second game of a back-to-back in Houston Saturday before returning to Newark Monday for a showdown with the Phoenix Suns. The Nets and first-year head coach Avery Johnson will now try and convince Williams, who will be a free agent after next season, to stay in New Jersey. The other big deal from around the league had to be Thursday's shocker. The Boston Celtics dealt big man Kendrick Perkins and spark plug and former Knick Nate Robinson to Oklahoma City. The C's got promising Forward Jeff Green and center Nene Kristich in the deal, but the move does leave them with an aging duo in the pivot with Shaq and Jermaine O'Neal up front. Basketball is definitely back in style in the NYC, and not only thanks to the Knicks. St. John's cracked the top 25 for the first time in 11 years this week. The Johnnies checked in at number 23/number 25 in the Associated Press and ESPN USA Today coaches polls, led by the Bronx's own Dwight Hardy, who was named the biggest player of the week for the second straight week. The Johnnies bolstered their cause with 7 victories in their last 8 games. Including another big win against DePaul last time out. SJU will be at Villanova Saturday. We wrap the sports roundup with a few quick hitters from around the world of sports. Jets head coach Rex Ryan has once again guaranteed a Gang Green Super Bowl victory. What else is new? Gang Green mad backer Bart Scott will assist Hulk Hogan in his return to wrestling on TNA Impact on March 3rd. No jokes there. The New York Football Giants are talking extension with head coach Tom Coughlin as predicted. In local college hoops action, Hofstra's Charles Jenkins, arguably the best college player in the tri-state area, will have his number retired by the Pride on Saturday. Jenkins receives the ultimate honor while suiting up for Hofstra in his senior season. Florida men's basketball's losing streak stands at 15. The Rams will be at the Izod Center on Saturday, hosting Rhode Island at 2 p.m. Bronx standout Mike Glover and Iona will play host to Fairfield on Sunday in New Rochelle. And the highlight of the week, aside from the melodrama, might have been 20-year-old Trevor Bayne, who won the Daytona 500 in just his second Sprint Cup start. He is the youngest driver to win the Great American Race. We make our push for the finish line with my C-list. As the final days of February fade away, I am reminded of one of the greatest men I have ever known. February is Black History Month, but it is of my opinion that we celebrate history like this every day of our lives. The late, great John Isaacs, an early basketball star from the Harlem Wrens in the 1930s and 1940s, is a pioneer who I will never forget. Isaacs, who was nicknamed the Boy Wonder for his talents on the hardwood at a time when blacks were not allowed to have talents on in the basketball court, died in late January of 2009. Although his name might not resonate with many hoop fans, it should. Isaacs' Harlem Wrens team is in the Basketball Hall of Fame, but the Boy Wonder deserves an individual place in Springfield as well. And not just for his basketball exploits. Isaacs worked well into his 90s at the Madison Square Boys and Girls Club in the Bronx, leaving an indelible mark on generations of youth. Mr. Isaacs is a pioneer both on and off the court. His drive to overcome racism paved the way for people like Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem, another New York City legend, had the chance to become a star in the NBA, and his talents allowed him to force a trade from Milwaukee to the LA Lakers in 1975, much the same way Carmelo Anthony did this week with the New York Knicks. Thanks to the pioneers of yesteryear, players today have opportunities they could have only once dreamed of. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.
Thank you, Bobby. Don't go anywhere because right now it is now time for our Open Artist Spotlight.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
This week's Spotlight shines on a trio of New York musicians with the energy, the intensity, and the talent needed to make a splash in the music industry. They're about to embark on a countrywide tour tonight, but here at Open, we've got your backstage passes. Please, let's give it up for Bully the Kid!
Hell of a rough day. I said we did especially well for these events, you know?
Right. Have all the guests ready to come on.
I got you.
To kill her mother. It takes a pill to kill her kid. It takes a court to write a letter, but where do I begin? So I lie my blood on the every word to bust out self-insane. Let reapers mow, rewind your soul. Young kids, it's cold in the touch of death. is starting to fire. When a mind is falling high, just got to write a letter. Get it all in homicide. So we left her barely breathing, bloody that children alive. Let rain fall, rewind your soul. Your kiss is cold and it's time to death. Never last day. Let rain fall, rewind your soul. Your kiss is cold and it's time to death. Never last day. Another tragic endless night. Just murder me now. Around can't see now. Where's the it's cold and it's time to death. Never last day. Let rain fall. Rewind your soul. Your music is cold and it's time to death.
That was exciting, invigorating, and definitely a rush, gentlemen. Thank you. Actually, you have to speak into the mic in order for us, the viewers, to hear what you have to say. Yes, that's a microphone. Guys, you guys are touring, and before we go off air, can we just share with everyone where you're going to be touring and where they can get your music and all that stuff?
If you live on the I-80, we're coming to you.
Yeah,
straight
we're
to California
tonight, and we're playing the National Underground in the Lower East Side, 159 East Houston. And we're gonna have an after party at Duff's in Brooklyn.
Oh snap!
You guys, if you want to come hang out with us, come check us out. And then if you're out of state and you're catching this online,
Facebook is
Chicago, Cleveland,
MySpace,
Utah,
Twitter,
all the way across the country.
Kids out.
Yeah, Bully the Kid. So they can find you on Facebook on Bully the Kid?
Yeah, you can just Google it.
Google Bully the Kid. Oh, I'm so excited. You guys came and stopped off in the Bronx on your national tour. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Oh, absolutely. Okay, you can play this out after I'm done saying goodbye to everybody because we are out of time. But thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming through. Real quick, shout out your names and the drummer because we've got to make sure Mr. Skins gets acknowledged one more time.
Nobody needs to know him. This is Andrew J. I'll be nuts. The one and only, incomparable.
All right, yeah, baby, all right. It's been a wonderful show. I'm so excited. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this week's shows. Bully the Kid is going to play us out. But first, we want to thank all of our guests for coming through. Antonio Rivera, Kenny Ortega, Kathleen Adams, La Tere. Oh, we forgot Vladimir, too. And, of course, Bobby C with his sports. And, of course, make sure you get out to Mama's Hip Hop Kitchen next Saturday. And once again, we want to thank our talented house band, BTK, Bully the Kid. BTK! All right. Of course, we want to thank all of you for watching us at home and on the internet. Tune into the Recablecast tonight at 5 and 10 p.m. and throughout the entire weekend. As always, you can view the show fully on the web at www.bronxnet.org. Stay tuned for another episode on Monday with Bob Lee. I'm Rina Valentin, and from all of us from here at Open, may the universe provide peace, prosperity, and love. Have a wonderful weekend. Try and be there, come to mama. Yeah.